So Dom, obviously it was a couple of weeks ago that Kell had to pull out of his world title defence. How's his injury progressing?
Yeah, it's gradually healing. You know, it's a slow process. Today he's been in the gym. He says he's probably about 50% better than it was. So he's got a couple more weeks to go, I think, before he can really start training full. You know, he's been keeping his fitness going, but you know, it's probably another 3 or 4 weeks before he can start resuming sparring. Now we're looking at maybe the end of January, beginning of February for a fight, and it's all geared towards that.
A rib injury is quite an awkward place to recover. What sort of exercises can you do, or is it just a case of resting?
Yeah, you've just got to rest. You've got to make sure that you're not getting hit on that rib. I mean, you can, you know, at first when he first had it done, it restricted his movement, throwing his shots, as you can understand, by twisting, and also affecting his breathing. You know, when your ribs are damaged, it affects your diaphragm. So, you know, you sometimes can be straining to breathe properly under exercise stress. That's eased off now. Like I say, he's been doing his fitness stuff, fitting the bags, and he's probably 50% recovered. So another couple of weeks should see it fully healed.
Obviously, he's gone from 100% training to injured. Just how difficult has it been trying to hold him back in his training while it recovers?
Well, we're back to where we were last year. You know, when he got stabbed, had off his leg, hacked at, and it was a slow process then. So he's used to injury. But you know, it has played a big part in slowing his career down. He got through that last year, and he came back with a fantastic performance against Jojo Dan. You know, he's one of them fighters who just has to train through it, and you know, sometimes injury comes, but there's always light at the end of the tunnel.
And looking ahead to next year, is there any opponents sort of lined up or in the offing?
He's probably got to face his mandatory at some point. I think you call him Kevin Bezier. He won the other week. But I really think Kell wants the bigger fights. You know, we've been talking about Timothy Bradley and Amir Khan. I think they're the big fights that he wants. So, you know, we're all on next year.
Is Kell ready to fight those big fights? Is he ready for like the Marquez's?
Yeah, I'm saying if he can get his, get fit, be injury free. You know, then fights realistically have got to come this year in 2016. You know, he's 30 in May. You know, after 30, it's all downhill, so they say. But you have to work twice as hard to keep your fitness and keep motivated. So realistically, he needs those big fights in 2016. You know, Mayweather's said he's retired. People saying he might come back out of retirement. You know, Manny Pacquiao's talking about fighting Amir Khan. But you know, we've been hearing this talk for years. So Kell's just got to put beaters in front of him.